Hello, and jó napot, and welcome to Budapest, or if you prefer a more Hungarian pronunciation, Budapest. Famous for the hilltop castle district of Buda, the riverside parliament of Pest, and the 19th century British engineered chain bridge that first linked Buda with Pest. And of course, we're not here to see anything as easily visible as that. No, we are here to look at this sculpture. Zoom in a bit more. Hang on. Right, hopefully you can see what I was pointing at now. It is a tiny bronze monument to one of Hungary's best known inventions, the Rubik's Cube. I say tiny, I guess it's about the same size as a full-size Rubik's Cube. But you really need to keep your eyes open as you walk along the riverbank if you want to find it. However, if you do keep your eyes open around here, you can find many more miniature monuments. There's a couple of characters from old Hungarian TV shows that I don't recognise, but if you grew up in Hungary you probably do. There is a tiny bronze balloon dog in the style of American artist Jeff Koons, and remember that shot of the Parliament you saw earlier? Yep, there was one in there too. This miniature bronze tank commemorates the Hungarian Revolution of 1956. When many thousands of Hungarians rose up against the Stalinist policies of their government, only for Stalin himself to send in tanks and troops to crush them. So this is a Soviet tank, but its gun is drooping downwards to symbolise, well, I think you can figure out the symbolism there. Anyway, the miniature monuments started popping up just over 10 years ago, and there are now more than 30 of them dotted all over the city, with new ones being discovered every year. They're the work of an artist called Michailo Kolodko, who was born in Ukraine, but now lives in Hungary. And he's actually done more of them in other cities in Hungary, in Ukraine, and beyond. But I think I'm right in saying the largest collection of them is here in Budapest. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it for you by showing you where all of them are. There are websites that will tell you if you want. But there is one more mini monument I kind of have to go and see. Okay, we're heading a little bit away from the river now, but the building we're looking for is the former British Embassy here in Budapest. And I think we might have found it. In case any of you don't know who this is, that is Mr. Bean's beloved teddy bear. And if you'd like to go on a hunt for the miniature monuments of Budapest, like I say, there are websites that list them and tell you where they all are. You can even book a guided tour if you like. But if you're not a fan of long lists and you just want the quickest way of seeing as many of them as possible, I recommend doing what I did. Take a walk along the west bank of the Danube, where you can find 4 or 5 of them, and then head out to the airport and look for an old man waiting at the bus stop just outside Terminal 2A. There he is. Now that is what I call a shortlist. Okay, probably time for me to leave the country now.